It looks like the Thai business sentiment in Q1 2025 was very much the calm before the storm of tariffs. Hi, I'm Chris Cracknell, Chairman of Grant Thornton. If we look back to the Q4 of 2024, we have a positive picture forming in Thailand of historic data. The Thai economy expanded by about 3.2%. Private consumption was also up, and exports actually continued to grow. And all the way through Q1 2025, they were growing to their highest level for 3 years. Inflation was very much under control. Although, if you talk to people out there on the street now, there is a concern about inflation, especially hitting lower cost items around food and essentials for everyday living. The Bank of Thailand has been encouraging business by interest rate cuts. We had one towards the end of last year, we've had one in February of this year, 2025. And a record amount of inflow, foreign direct investment, has come into Thailand in the last quarter of last year. Things were looking much better than perhaps we had actually accepted at the time. There were also some trade wins against Thailand. When looking at our performance against our regional competitors, Thailand's GDP growth rate was still some way behind, but it was moving in a positive trajectory. So then let's have a look at what happened in 2025 Q1. We carried out our survey measuring business sentiment of mid-sized businesses in around February, just ahead of the tariffs. And the data that we're looking at now shows an improving picture. Yes, there were some concerns in areas like optimism dipping slightly, but actually performing well and better than we expect to see in our next surveys. Again, exports looking more positive, and that is actually supported by data we've heard and seen as hard fact. But what will have happened now? The tariffs have hit us, the chaos has hit the market, and there is uncertainty everywhere. We actually think the data that we have seen in Q1 around sentiment is positive. Although that sentiment, that positive sentiment, will not be carrying forward into Q2 or into the rest of the year. There are a number of battles to be fought, and until the uncertainty of tariffs is settled, then I think there is a risk around exports. And I think that positive sentiment that we have heard from so many mid-sized business leaders will actually be put on hold. So we looked at investment in people, we looked at other areas, investment in R&D. And again, because of that confidence coming out of 2024 into 2025 Q1 was good, we see an uplift. But we doubt whether this will have continued into 2025 Q2. One specific question we asked mid-sized businesses in February 2025 was, how confident are you that the Thai economy will improve in 2025? And this is the data and the answers that was given. Look at the level of very confident. I wonder what the answers to this question will be if we asked it today. Given that sentiment for mid-sized businesses in February this year was actually quite positive in terms of the economy, where does it stand today? Well, we at Grant Thornton feel that there are a number of issues that are coming up on the horizon, and especially that of tariffs, which will totally change that viewpoint. We think businesses are now going to put projects on hold. We think they're not going to invest in projects unless they have an absolute guaranteed return. They want stability again. They want to know where the markets are going. And this uncertainty, while tariffs are being renegotiated, is just peppering its way through all industries and all economies. The Trump effect is having a massive impact, and it's hitting the global economy as well. And in fact, in 1 or 2 areas in the world, there are even fears of recession, not just a drop of GDP, but a fear of recession. China, we feel, is managing the situation as well as it can under the circumstances, but there is a long way to go in this story between the US economy and the Chinese economy and how they reach agreement, if ever, on how they trade with each other. Closer to home, there are now some concerns over tourism. Tourism numbers are forecast to be dropping slightly. There's a concern over household debt. There's definitely a concern over corporate debt and the quality of corporate debt. And if we move into a time of challenging economics, corporate debt is going to be further exposed. Could we see companies collapsing or needing to restructure as a result? But on a positive side, we're seeing opportunities to increase productivity, to utilize robotics, to utilize artificial intelligence, and to work differently. And for those businesses that are going to weather this storm, this tariff storm that's around us at the moment, they're going to have to incorporate some of that into their future solutions. We at Grant Thornton are not just fair weather business partners. We're here to help you, whether it's rough seas out there or calm seas out there. We want to support you in making the best decisions, in dealing with the challenges that face you, whether it's around recruitment, whether it's around fraud, whether it's about setting the right business structure for your organization today, whether it's helping you with tariffs and tax. We at Grant Thornton want to be your long-term business partner. We want to help you succeed, and we want to be here with you for the long run. Thank you.